My mom crashed my graduation party and trashed my life, so I finally kicked her out for good. My graduation party was supposed to be simple. I'm 22, I just finished nursing school, and I invited a few close friends to my tiny studio to celebrate. I set out snacks, played music, and hung my cap and gown on my desk chair. Jake, my boyfriend, was there too, helping me refill cups and keep things light. I didn't invite my mom. I didn't want her anywhere near this night. But about 20 minutes in, I heard my lock click. My stomach dropped because she still had an old spare key from when I moved in. The door opened and she walked in like she owned the place. No knock, no hello, no congrats. She looked around and said, "This place is a dump. How much are you paying for this shoebox?" I tried to stay calm. "Mom, why are you here? We're just having a small celebration." She laughed and said, "Small is right," then started scanning the room like she was judging a hotel. She grabbed a chip, chewed, and made a face. "These are stale. You couldn't buy something decent for your own graduation?" My friends went quiet. I could feel their eyes on me, like they were waiting for a crash. Mom pointed at my little decorations and said, "This looks like a kid's birthday." She walked to my speaker and turned the volume down without asking. When I turned it back up, she rolled her eyes and said, "Sensitive as always." Then Mom spotted Jake by the snack table and rolled her eyes. "You're still with this loser?" she said, loud enough for everyone. Jake's jaw tightened, but he didn't argue. Mom pointed at him and said, "What do you even do again? Stock shelves?" I jumped in. "He manages a department," I said. She shrugged. "Same thing." Jake quietly walked into the kitchen, like he needed a glass of water, but I knew he was giving me space, so I didn't feel trapped. Mom kept going. She complained about my decorations. She complained about the music. She opened my fridge like she was checking it and said, "You live like this?" She picked up a gift bag and asked, "Is this all you got?" My friends stood there frozen, not sure if they should step in or pretend they didn't hear it. Then she wandered to my shelf, picked up a framed photo of me getting an award, and snorted. "Look at you. That hair was a mistake, and that dress makes you look chunky." My friend Mia actually whispered, "Oh my God," under her breath. Mom didn't care. She moved to my coffee table, picked up my diploma folder, and flipped it open. "Nursing degree," she said. "Cute, but not real money. When are you going to get serious and find a career that matters?" I said, "It matters to me," and she waved me off like I was a kid. Then she dropped her favorite move. "I ran into Mrs. Peterson yesterday," she said. "Her daughter just bought a 3-bedroom house in the suburbs, 2-car garage, granite counters, a real house. Makes me embarrassed to tell people what you're doing." I felt my face burn, but I tried to swallow it. I kept thinking, don't let her ruin this. Don't cry in front of everyone. Then she noticed my cap and gown on the chair and laughed again. "You're not still planning to wear that thing around, are you? It's nursing school. You didn't become a real doctor or anything important." The room went dead silent. Even my friends stopped breathing. Jake came back from the kitchen, saw my face, and put his hand on my shoulder. That's when something in me snapped. Not in a dramatic way, more like I just ran out of energy to keep protecting her from consequences. I walked over, took my diploma folder out of her hands, and held it to my chest. I looked right at her and said, "You're right, Mom." She smirked, like she'd won. "I'm not going to be a doctor," I said, and her smirk got bigger. Then I kept my voice steady and said, "I'm going to be someone who saves lives for a living." Her smile faltered. "And I'm done letting you show up and poison every good moment I earn." Her face turned red, and she started to talk about respect and family, like she always does when she's losing. I cut her off. "This is my home," I said. "You don't get to insult me, my friends, or Jake in my own space." I walked to the door and opened it wide. "You need to leave, now." She stared at me like she expected me to back down. I didn't. She hissed, "You're ungrateful." I said, "Out, or I'm calling the building manager." She grabbed her purse with shaking hands and stomped into the hallway. I closed the door, locked it, and the second the click hit, Jake wrapped me in a tight hug. Now my relatives are saying I disrespected my mom. Was I wrong?